Oh, I rolled really well.
I did not.
Okay.
But can I spend a hero point to dodge?
Reroll.
What I'll say is
sure.
I'll actually re-roll my die.
Okay.
So. Okay. So he got 10 worse than last time. So what's your dodge?
15.
Okay, convenient. So
Convenient.
Great.
it's like just barely a hit. So what I'll do is I'll have you give me a toughness roll against a minor injury.
Okay. Toughness.
I'll be
That's
right
good.
back, guys.
21.
Okay, 21. You're fine. You don't take the minor injury. So Gout of Flame comes up. You just like out of the way, and the golem is actually kind of protected. The golem went like it kind of closed its arms, and then the fire hit it, and so its arms and its legs have this like are blackened, and there's bits of smoke trailing out of it. It is going to go to Harkin's turn.
Well, okay, so I blasted that thing off of me. I'm trying to focus. Apparently, Donnie can heal. That's neat. And the big thing is very, very close now.
Yeah.
Underground.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't have visuals on it, correct?
You have to do an investigation to figure out where you think it is roughly.
Okay, I'm gonna try this again. Investigation, you say?
Yes.
I have nothing in that skill. A natural 20.
Nice.
You know exactly where it is, and you know where it's going.
I am ripping that sucker out of the ground, and I'm throwing him back again.
Give me a
I just
ranged,
keep getting him away from me.
give me a ranged combat on it.
Okay. Ooh. Oh dear. So that's a natural 1. How badly does this go for everyone else? Because the powers happen.
The way I'll say it is that you're like, haha, I got you, and you pick it up. And what it is as you pick up that part of the earth, you pick up just an area that's just filled with like molten rock. And so as you pick it up, it throws some molten rock in the air. So everyone in that area, all three of you have to give me a dodge.
Well, I hope Marcos is back soon. Dodge. Roll.
I'll roll. I'm trying to remember.
Oh my god! That's another natural 1.
So I originally was just gonna make it a minor injury.
Yeah.
So
I
just
already have one
roll
of
me.
those.
So that was roll me toughness.
Okay. 14.
All right, fine. You get a minor injury from.
So I have 2 of those.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got him. I just rip up a bunch of molten rock and
Also,
You were
burn myself.
so sure you knew where he was.
Heidi,
I
You
got
were
an 18.
18. Okay, so you do manage, like, the golem, like, lifts up its hands, like, shh, as the molten rock hits your hand, and you just, like, flick, and some of the molten rock goes onto the ground.
Well,
Yay.
Dodge roll, Marcos.
Dodge roll.
Yeah.
We're all exploding. Oh yeah, because I'm right with you, and I heard you yelling about stuff.
Yeah, it was, just to clarify, he rolled a nat 1 on, he was going to do telekinesis into the ground and pick up where it was, but he rolled a 1, so I said he just picks up a giant thing of molten rock and just throws it. So.
Oh no.
So
Alright.
I'm throwing molten rock into the oncoming hordes, but it just leaves a molten trail over everything it goes over.
Yeah.
That's a nat 20.
Okay, natural 20, you see, like, there's a bit of rock, like, flick, and you just, like, step to the side calmly and just, like, next to you.
And those rangers and defensive people totally have good dodge rolls as well, right?
They all roll a nat 20. They all.
Okay. Okay, that's
I
good.
took the ability that lets all my NPC allies take the same roll?
So actually, they rolled pretty well. There was like one guy who's like, ah! He gets hit with something.
I killed
back.
one guy. God damn it.
Okay, that was Harkin Heidi's turn.
Yep.
Is it possible to use blast on the fire guy? No, because I don't know where he is.
Okay, so you're going to be like, I think he's. So give me an investigation because you think you know where he might be.
Okay.
I thought I knew where he was too.
That would be a 23.
Okay, 23. All right, you're pretty confident you know where he is. So give me your ranged combat for the vines.
Okie dokie. Oops, that was loud.
Good God.
That was good. It is, oh Jesus, I can't do math. 19 plus 12.
Okay.
31.
Okay. So it's what happens is you see the earth move, and out comes the creature again, and this time it's like kind of struggling, and there are these pointy vines that have like pierced through it, and there's a wooden bit that like went out one side and out the other, and it's burning, it's blackened, and it lets out a howl and just flumps onto the ground.
Son of a bitch. That's right.
Okay.
That's my turn.
So now after that's over, the fighting continues for a bit, and people are being there's a lot of these monsters running around. And what are you guys going to be doing? We're out of initiative now.
So,
I assume, or are you guys just going to be like trying to find various like enemies and trying to kill them, or are you going to be like going around the
There's
perimeter
still,
or
like-
healing people or?
can I have a rough estimate of how many monsters are still out?
Okay,
A
so just to
lot,
clarify,
right?
is at this point the Rangers and the military force are overpowering the aberrations, and they currently outnumber them, and so they're slowly kind of cleaning them up, kind of running around, killing
Okay.
what they can.
So it looks like everything's under control.
Yeah, and then some of them are like running off up towards the forest or back towards the Bloodspire peaks.
Okay.
So
I'll kind of look at
Let's-
Livewire and be like, so now what?
now we go and make sure that nobody's hurt. I say, and I run back to make sure nobody's hurt.
Okay.
Especially along that trail of molten lava that Harkin threw.
Whoops.
And in the
I'm probably just gonna
building
run
that
and heal
fell down,
Yeah,
I guess
I held that for a moment.
yeah, I'll try to use, I don't think I can really do anything with the building. Because I can't element control it because it's not made out of earth. So I'll kind of look to Harkin and be like,
Actually, the buildings are made out of brick and mortar, so.
So I'm able to try and, okay. I want to try and start like digging people out of that and see if I can find anybody that's either alive or people can at least have their person to.
Okay, so you're helping out with the rescue operation, kind of like moving it aside using the powers and like having the vines come up.
Yeah,
and push
but
things away.
before I do that, can I look at Harkin? Because he was freaking out.
Okay.
And I'm going to be like, are you okay?
So, excuse me. So, the big thing is that the little creatures are kind of being fought back and scattering. She says that, and he just kind of has like a glazed over look and glances at her, and then kind of looks back at the terrifying hordes, and just, again, I'm just blasting them with powers, trying to push them back into the rift sort of idea.
Okay,
I'm
gotcha.
just
As you're doing
into
that,
the-
what you do see is off by the peaks, the rift starts to shrivel up. It starts getting start to close, getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. It's almost kind of like a mouth that's like open,
Yeah.
and then it's closing. As it does it, at the ends, it's almost like a zipper. It's like kind of coming together, and the cracks
And I'm like
of reality.
trying to blast these creatures back into it.
Okay, gotcha.
Almost, if not kill them out.
I will say that the thing is so far away, like the peaks are so far away that if you wanted to throw them, like it'd be like a really long shot.
Well, I mean, let's see, what's the distance? 16 miles is a rank 12 distance.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just blast them hard. That's the point, is get them away from me. It's
Okay.
not so much put them back as get away from me.
Okay.
So I just will blast into the crowd of creatures.
Okay.
19 plus 3, 21.
Okay, 21. You're just... And they're just
Yeah.
getting away from you, some getting thrown. And they realize they're losing the fight, so a lot of them just flee off into the distance.
Okay, but I'm just kind of like glazed over eyes, like, not gonna deal with the fear right now, just gonna get them away from me.
Okay, so since I see him just blasting things, I'm gonna go and try and get people out of the building.
Okay. Just give me a second. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm trying to think of a manly name. What's a manly name?
Max Steel.
Okay.
Stacy.
It's I'm trying to think of a name for like some kind of like a ranger contact or some. I'm trying to think like it's not Donovan, Donnie, Steele,
Only-
Darrow.
Darrow. I think Elizabeth Darrow. I already used that name.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Shit.
God. Okay. Let me think.
Craig.
No, Craig is like a bartender, not a ranger.
Well, I'm completely drawing a blank. I'm sorry.
His name is
Doris.
Femshep.
Christopher Robin.
Christopher.
Robin.
Robin.
Robin, though. Robin.
Yeah, we'll go with Robin.
Good work.
Okay.
Robin Banks.
And now we all say, "Where's Batman?"
Time to tip the scales.
God
Damn it. So as you guys are kind of cleaning up, Robin, he is a guy who has some like medals. He's an older guy, and he has white hair, and he's going to try and talk with one of you. So everyone, just give me a general presence roll just to see like which one he thinks is the most approachable.
I'm still in my golem thing.
Oh, okay,
Should I do
gotcha.
it at disadvantage?
Least likely, but I'll still have you roll it just in case.
Do you want me to do it at disadvantage?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Just straight presence.
Yeah.
It's cocked.
I got a natural 20 and a 19.
Oh, Christ.
So taking my 19, that'd be 24.
I rolled I rolled a 7 plus my 4 is an 11.
I rolled bad, but
like-
it fits. It
I'm
just
like-
fits.
I'd like to say that Harkin is probably screaming as he's just doing these waves of
Yeah,
of
he
tele-
took a moment after blasting them away and seeing they're running. He's just, just blasting. Like, now there's the fear that he's been holding back this whole time, and he's just scream rage blasting these creatures. It's a fear rage.
fear rage.
It's an angry fear. Yeah.
So the Captain Robin is going to motion towards the golem. Hey, hello. There's a girl inside of you. Are you a person, Mr. Golem, or am I talking?
Yeah, I'm a person.
Do you actually like do you actually like part some of the vines to show your face or something from the chest?
No, I just kind of, there's a little eye slit, and I imagine it's more like, oh, I'm a person.
So
Yes, I'm in here.
so thanks. I'm gonna
I guess
have.
I'll
He's
just
gonna.
go back down to my superhero costume and kind of brush all the other vines off of me.
Oh, so you.
But there's still vines around my whole body, just not a thick layer of them.
Okay. Yeah, we're. I mean, we appreciate the help. Yes. Thank you very much. At first we didn't know if you were on our side or anything. Like we got a little bit frightened, But really, I mean, I don't know how you're able to do what you're able to do, but look, we have set up a medical tent, and if you find people, I can see you're going through the ruins and the buildings. If you find anyone, please take them to the medical tent. We'll see if we can get them treated.
Okay.
And also,
Thank you
if
for letting
there's
me-
anything you need from us, anything at all, just don't hesitate to ask. Miss
Thistle.
Thistle.
I think the only thing we need right now is to not be in any danger of getting harassed by the police because of this. And I kind of pick up another piece of rubble and move it out of the way with elemental
Okay.
control.
I will notify everyone here, the police, the rangers, everyone, and I will make sure that you are taken care of. That we will help you out. Okay.
Thank you.
There are
And
many-
what was your name?
I am Robin, Captain Robin.
It's nice to meet you.
I will make
Well,
sure.
off in the background, Harkin's just.
Are those? Who are these other two companions that you have? It seems like you knew them.
I'd land, but I'd land and I'd extend my hand and I'd be like, "Call me Livewire." I'd shake his hand.
Livewire. So I think I've heard.
Detective
I
Garrett.
might have heard some stories about you. Inspector, I think.
That's not me.
Someone else then.
I've been trying to helpful
Okay.
here and there with my powers.
Yes. How are you able to do what you're able to do?
I was just out one night and I saw a weird tear in the
Livewire.
fabric of reality, and I
The
I
rift.
don't
got
know.
too close and I just got. It was strange.
He kind of like his eyes are wide and he's looking you up and down. It's like, well, that is a little bit disconcerting, I must say, but you're here to help. I can tell that. I mean,
Yeah.
from everything, and the truck, I believe, is a friend of yours.
The truck is my creation. When
It walks up.
it comes over, I have it lay down and I like tap it to deanimate it.
Okay. That's very interesting.
Make a dodge roll, a giant truck.
No, I like have it like lay down,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
set down so
I
it's
get
not
it,
gonna
get
kill
it.
anybody.
That's what you think. I throw it.
As
Operation! Toss it.
Since Livewire kind of took over the conversation, Heidi walks away and keeps trying to find people.
okay, as the two of them are talking, Captain Robin looks over and sees Harkin walking, and as he's walking, the other Rangers are just kind of like giving him a berth, just like an area around him, because he saw him like screaming and like throwing things in the nearby.
And I did kind of kill a couple, or one of them, with that molten rock, and I didn't save everybody. I actually caught a couple people with the building holding. I'm just a wonderful little helper.
Captain Robin walks up to you and extends a hand and says, "Captain Robin," from the Rangers.
I like flinch when he puts his hand out and just.
I don't think this is. You seem very different from the man I saw earlier.
Who? What? Who? Me?
I saw you
Harkin.
fight like a wild animal back there to use your capabilities. And now,
My cell phone. 1 second. I'm sorry. I don't like those things.
okay. Also, another thing is that you do not have a disguise on, correct? You're just like wearing your.
No,
regular
I
clothes.
don't.
Okay.
I am me.
All right.
The disguise was when I went into the rich part of town. And we were gonna go do office attacks. After that, though, he forgot about it. He doesn't wear a disguise.
So
And I just put my hand out and go, hearken.
Harkin. And he extends his hand, and you two shake, and he gives you like a nice, solid, firm handshake.
Hearken is shaking.
What?
So he's just like kind of...
Look, it's over now. You don't have to be afraid. My men are cleaning it up. We're relatively safe, I believe.
Yeah. Okay.
You did good work. You saved a lot of people.
At that, I'll look over at the crushed building, and then the slowly extinguishing, burning trail of molten rock. And I'll just kind of nod.
He says it's like this is war. Okay? You can't save everyone in a war. We just save whoever we can, whenever we can. You know, if there's someone in trouble, like, we have a responsibility because that is what we do. But at the end of the day, you lose some.
Yeah. Okay. Bye. Just start walking away.
As you're walking away, Captain Robin goes, "You're a good person, Harkin. Never forget that." And leaves.
Right in the heart. Right in the feels.
God, you know, Harkin's like, okay, good person. Oh, there's that soldier I melted. Good person. Oh, there's that soldier I kept under that building. Good person.
Okay, so
He's slowly walking home. He's not even doing his powers. He's just on a nice, solid trail home. He doesn't even care anymore.
Okay, so the you guys, you currently, so you walk back home, and the two of you guys, Heidi and Donovan, are going through and cleaning up the place and trying to help them out. And you are not getting harassed by anyone. No one's asking. Like they are very appreciative of the help. And some people are extremely curious about the things that you are capable of and what you're doing.
Are people asking me?
Yeah, like sometimes people, like, the thing is, your presence is particular, like, you have a high presence, so it's like people are just kind of up in, like, trying to talk with you, like, and some people are just like, hi, like, thanks for the help. But it's like some people are a little bit standoffish, just like looking at you from a distance.
Mm-hmm. If anybody asks about my powers, I kind of just ignore it, but otherwise I'm cordial and
Okay. Eventually, it goes into eventually it's kind of, you guys have done quite a bit of cleanup. Like, it's not 100% per se, but it's like you have gotten all the people who were injured to the medical bays, and it's now quiet. And,
I'd obviously be using my powers to heal people also.
yeah. Also, so you have the disguise, you're at the medical bay, like, healing. Mm-hmm. Okay. As you're doing that, like, you are able to heal, like, dozens of people doing this, like, pew, 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 like, ding, ding, ding. And your character might be, like, I'd say even, like, exhausted from this endeavor. Just because it's like you've never, like, had to just keep doing it over and over. And as this is happening...
I would try and revive the people that Harkin killed.
All right, roll your
I can do
revive.
that. I forgot.
Hey, I killed them for a reason.
The dead people are a little bit of a priority. So it is a resurrection is a DC 20. So I have to roll above a 15. That's a 17. That's a 17. So I plus 5. That's above 20.
Okay, you bring him back.
Yeah.
His eye. So you go over to the guy. He's in the bed, and he has the cloth over his head, and you pull the cloth down, and you put your hand on him, and
His burnt, charred corpse.
and the doctor's like shaking their heads. No, he's just gone. And you put your hand on his chest, and there's a bolt of energy that comes out, and his eyes open up again. It's like,
Yes. I've only tried that one time before.
Question.
Didn't
though.
work well.
So, really quick, a little bit of meta. Is the logic behind this is that you're like jump starting a heart?
My logic behind it is my powers let me give life to things.
Okay.
So
okay.
I essentially do the
Right,
sort of the same
live
thing,
wire,
but
right.
with a human, but with a person.
Got it.
They're
My brain.
just reanimated. It's a zombie.
Yeah, it's a zombie.
It's a zombie. It's actually necromancy.
It's just another construct.
Yeah.
okay. I'm trying to think what else. It goes fairly late. You guys are exhausted. Are you going to go at home? It's like as it's starting to quiet down, the rangers start doing these like rounds where they're going into the forest and into the peaks and are like looking to see if they can find any of the aberrations that fled and see if they can kill them. And they start doing their rounds, and as they're doing that, they start opening up the evacuation centers, and people start attempting to kind of return to their lives, return to what they're doing. And some people are unable to do that because they go back to their home and it's like leveled, but then you were using your powers to try and restore some of the buildings. This is now it's actually going to go into the night. Are you guys just going to be hanging out, or are you eventually going to go home?
I would have left to go to Harkins after I got all the people out of that one building that collapsed.
I need to go. I would say I need to go find. I need to go find some people. You find Harkin. Make sure he's okay.
No, Harkin is with Basil.
And let him know
so-
that. And let him know that the people that he hurt are fine, even the ones he thought that he killed.
Okay.
Another question was that you guys had left. Basil and Claire were at
Harkins.
At Harkins.
That's why,
Now they're kidnapped again.
that's why I am going to Harkins.
Okay.
I mean, also Harkins there, but my baby brother.
As you get back home, you return, Heidi, and you open the door, and Claire looks kind of worried. Like Basil's like, Heidi, and she runs, or Basil runs towards you with arms out to hug you at the legs. Do the little kid leg hug.
He's not that young.
Oh, he's not that young. Okay, around the midriff then. Oh yeah, I forget how old and like short and stuff like that. But anyway, does the midriff hug.
Yeah.
And then Claire is like, her face is like white. And it's like, where's Harkin?
He's not here?
I forget, Harkin, you did actually return home, correct?
I was heading home, but no powers. I was just walking.
Oh, okay,
trying
gotcha.
to just
Still
take my
probably would have
time.
made it there first, though.
Yeah, probably.
I have
So
no idea
we'll
on
retcon
distance.
that Harkin is
Okay.
there. And Claire's just like, you guys did it! You both made it back, and she's actually like a little bit exuberant and kind of excited. Cappy, like, yeah, and then you're just like head down, like, ugh.
Yeah, I have like wide eyes. I'm just like, as she kind of runs up, oh yeah, you did. I just kind of like pat her and push her aside, and I just kind of sit down at a table and just hold my head, and he's shaking.
Okay.
But he's just like, just 1 minute, just kind of puts his finger
Claire
up. Just,
is going to go over to you and is going to put her arm around you and is like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
Heidi would kind of... You said you're sitting down in a chair?
yeah, I'm at a table.
Okay.
Just
So she would
taking a
kind
moment.
of kneel down next to him, still not sitting, and be like, Donnie wanted me to let you know that everybody is fine, even the person with the lava.
Even the
From the
first.
person with the lava.
I don't know how, but that's what he said.
And then he kind of like, yeah, that's good. Okay, good.
Harkin, you did good today. I don't want you to think you didn't.
No, yeah, I just, I really
You saved
Don't-
me.
I just, no, I'm glad those people are okay, but I really don't like those creatures.
Yeah.
I yeah. And he just kind of puts his head back into his hands, and it's getting a little more clear. He's not too worried now that he's had his walk about the people that he may have killed. It's just the fact of these fucking monsters that he's terrified of. He's like, oh, good, they're alive, great. Those monsters are still out there.
Are you gonna be okay?
Yeah. I'll be fine. Sorry.
No, don't apologize. I just have to get Basil home. My mom's gonna be furious.
Yeah, no, you go ahead. Be careful. Some of those things are still out there, so be careful.
I will. You too.
Okay. And he's calming down, but he's still in a rut, we'll say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye, Claire. Take care of him.
I will. You take care of yourself.
Thanks. I will. And then I walk home.
He was like, oh my god, how many were there? Did you kill them?
So we're going to cut over to Donovan. What was your plan? What are you doing? You're going around healing people, and then after that is over, you're exhausted, and everyone is in the medical bay. What was your next plan?
I'm running back to my hideout. I am changing back into my civilian clothes. I'm sneaking back into it was the Praetorium. And I'm going to try and find my family.
Also,
and be
I just need to clarify, because this is, unfortunately, I didn't clarify earlier, so it's a little bit confusion, is that inside the walled is you have kind of the central district, and that's the rich people's quarters, and then you have the Praetorium, which is like the super elite. And you're part of the Praetorium?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
So I'm just gonna I'm heading back in there because my hideout, I got a tunnel that leads me in there, and I'm just gonna be like I'm just gonna try and act like I got separated and try and find like one of the house guards and be like, oh my god, house guards, house servants. I'm assuming we had guards too, but just be like, oh my god, I'm sorry, I got separated. There were just so many people. I felt like they needed some direction, and I just went for 2 seconds. I apologize.
So there's
Is everyone
two.
Okay.
Okay, so you are going to have to give me 2 rolls. One is a stealth to just like kind of slip in, and then the other is going to be a deception. Although if the stealth is like really good, you may not need to lie, but if you get caught, then you'll have to do a little bit of deception. Like, where were you? You know.
So for
Actually,
stealth-
you could just do a deception. You could just do a flat deception if you wanted.
All right. Well, I mean, I just rolled a 20 for stealth,
Okay.
and then for deception, I'm going to pay a hero point to re-roll that. Oh, that's cocked. That's 17.
Okay, 17. All right. So you're able to lie to some of the servants, and you eventually meet up back with your parents. It's like, oh, Donnie, where were you? It was,
I feel like they'd call me Donovan.
Donovan.
Because when I said, because what like they'd use my full name, because when I use my shorter name when I'm like in disguise out of the district,
Oh, okay.
it's not a 1-to-1 thing.
Donovan. Donovan, we were worried sick. We told the
was
servants they were
worried about
supposed to.
you
What?
I was worried about you too. I just saw so many people who I felt needed help and guidance from, someone of a higher station, and I just couldn't leave them, Mother. I apologize.
How you need to worry more about yourself. It's like you are of the Gale family now. It's like you can't be worrying about the servants or worrying about these other people. You know, it's like you have a responsibility,
Other
and that is towards yourself. That is the highest priority.
I understand.
All right. And she says, now, okay, so here's the thing is like, we have been invited to an emergency council meeting to discuss the matter, what the city is going to be doing. Now, here's the thing, is that your character is kind of a younger kid. So
Yeah.
there's the chance that you may not
17.
be able to go to this thing. I will let you spend a hero point to go, or if you're just like, no, I wouldn't get invited or something like that.
Would I? I feel like I'm exhausted as it is, but at the same time, I understand. I'd spend the hero point and go.
Okay, gotcha. So you spend the hero point. So basically, the idea is that you have this like they go to this like headquarters area, and it's this meeting, and there's all these different security personnel there, and the idea is it's a big meeting between the major political families of the city. And they're having an emergency meeting just to talk about what happened and what was going on. And there is the head of the council. What was his name? We'll say. No, not Davos. We'll say.
I just hear no, not Thanos.
Let's see. No, not Thanos. Dark side, no.
We'll say it's kind of an elder. It's one of the guys from like the Gauss family is the head of the council, and he's the one who called to action. And it's like this is the families are all talking amongst themselves about what happened and what to do. And the summary of the council is that they're discussing like, oh, these rifts are appearing, and they seem to be happening perhaps like more frequently. 10 years ago or so, you'd only see like one or two in a year, or just maybe even just one in a year. And then now that we seem to be seeing more of them. And as they're opening, we're getting reports that these aberrations that are coming through, they're different. They're different from before. Before we were just seeing kind of these smaller creatures, and then now they're larger. Some say that they saw one with like gouts of flame, and then another one that spoke to them. And it's like, what are we going to do about this situation? And they're talking about like, oh, we have to put up money into the security. And someone else who's a family is like, why do we care? It's like they didn't get to the walls of the city. They were just in the downs. Like until they've actually come up here, these are the strongest walls that we have, and we have the greatest military, and we have almost no threat. Like they didn't even get up to the walls. They were attacking the downs. Who cares about that? And then another order of business, another thing which they brought up was the fact that there were apparently 3 individuals that were helping them, and one of them could like move things with his mind, and then another person had the ability to just touch something and bring life to it. They said they saw someone at the medical bay like just bringing people back, and then they saw the plants. And they're talking about it, and they're like, this is very, very strange. What do we do about these individuals? Like we here in the walled part of the city, we don't have anyone like that,
Yep, you sure don't.
And the discussion is like, well, and then someone brought up the fact that apparently like 30, 40 years ago, they had been under attack by like other like mutants, like people with different abilities. And many of them had gotten killed, or they'd gotten put into prison or something. And they're worrying like this might be a repeat of what we're seeing like 40 years ago. And also, some people are asking like, well, if these individuals, if they have the power, like maybe they might be useful to us. Like, maybe we could make some sort of a deal with them of some kind. It's like, you can't trust them. There's no way. Like, how would you be able to trust those individuals? And they said, well, what if, perhaps if they had acquired their powers or abilities through some kind of a drug, or maybe some kind of device or something, we might be able to figure out what they did. Maybe we could get in control of it, perhaps. And they're discussing it, and they're thinking, and like, do we trust them? Do we not trust them? Like, what do we do about this kind of a situation? And they're thinking, like, well, how about this? We don't know if we can trust them. We don't know if we can't trust them. Why don't we see if we could, like, invite them into the city or something, and then maybe keep them here, keep them, from getting into any trouble, maybe. Just keep an eye on them, maybe. That might be one option we could do. Might be able to get some useful information. We'll talk. We'll see what they want, and see if we have something that maybe they want. And so that is the discussion.
That's mainly the discussion.
Yeah.
Donnie kind of wants to speak up or something, but I'm like 17.
I will say that you would be at a disadvantage because you're like, even though your family had like you have respect, but it's like these are a bunch of other elites, so it would just be kind of straight.
I'm gonna actually go ahead and not say anything.
And then in addition to that, you're also in front of your parents, who would be like, don't embarrass us in front of the cool people.
Yeah, that's the cool people. That's exactly what I wouldn't say anything.
Okay.
We have one of them who can play God.
Well, I mean, like, on the bright side, they aren't saying let's kill them, so yet. But, like, they're having after living in that part of the city, they're having a way more positive reaction than I was expecting them to.
Well, so far it seems like we can't trust them. We should either destroy them or use them. Yep. That was it. That's pretty much the summary.
Yeah, but that's better than we can't trust them, let's destroy them.
Right.
End of statement. Yeah.
I'm waiting for the religious community to start yelling at you in this world. Like, who is this man? He thinks he's God. There is only one God. And you're like, I mean, yeah, that live wire. Whoo.
Who has the right to save people from anyway.
Save people. Okay. So I will also say the plot at this point is getting a little bit weird because I kind of there's many different like plot hooks or different ways that this story could go. So I'm just gonna...
Sammy.
Johnny was thinking of arguing that they should send someone into the rift and try and stop it from the other side.
What do you think this is? Pacific Rim?
I actually still haven't seen Pacific Rim. I really should. I hear it's great. But yeah.
Oh, do you want to pipe something up?
I don't know. Not in front of my parents.
Okay, but you do, so the thing is, looking around, you do know who the other families are, so if you do want to reach out and try and talk with any of the other families, like, not in front of your parents, like, that is a potential option.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alright. But I'm not speaking up at the meeting. I was more, like, there so I could understand what it is that they're planning, and maybe pass that along to people, who could benefit from knowing.
Okay, gotcha. So the meeting's over. Everyone splits up. They go their own ways. You're taken back home with your parents, and the parents are like, "Oh, it was such a boring meeting. Like, I don't see, really at this point, I don't think, the aberrations, they're not really a threat. They haven't actually approached the walls, and they're like, but that's these individuals, they're really strange. What do you think, Donovan?"
I do think that's it's all rather weird. Though I will say on the subject of not doing it, I agree that I hardly think these aberrations are anything of a threat to us, but isn't letting random riffraff take care of it instead of us? Like, we could have a show of strength, show people in the Downs that why we are the elite, instead of doing nothing, don't you think?
Okay, give me your persuasion roll.
Because I'm arguing from a point of show of strength. Oh yeah, we're so powerful we could just beat these aberrations no problem.
Yeah.
You poor people.
You poor people. God, I hope you roll poorly and your dad backhands you.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
That's a 15.
Damn it.
Okay.
How dare you?
I had to roll higher than a 30.
What was it? What was it? Okay. So the dad goes like, I think I get where you're going with this. I like you're already shaping up to be you're already shaping up to take over the family one day.
Thank you, Dad.
You're gonna be a fine elitist.
Yeah.
So we will fast forward through the night to the morning. And the next morning, there is the gates of the city open up, and out comes this like fleet of these different military vehicles.
Oh dang! Did I? Okay.
And they're
fast.
like they're driving through the Downs, and they go out towards the direction of the forest. And as they're going in that direction, there are they're going through the Downs, and as they're going through the Downs, like they're drawing a lot of attention, and people are getting out of the vehicles and talking, and they look like they're the Sanctus like military group, like the military is part of Sanctus, and people are getting out and they're dressed very differently than the people in the Downs. Like the people in the Downs are like riffraff and scum and stuff, and one of them is like asking like, we're looking for a Mr. Harkin. Harkin, have you seen this man around? It's like, oh yeah, he works at something, and you're not there probably.
This is why you have a secret identity.
Yeah. And
I would have actually. Oh, go ahead.
and they're going around the city asking for Harkin, and some people are saying like, oh yeah, I heard he was in the forest, I believe. Like I'd seen him come out of the forest, and like, okay, we'll ask around, go into the forest, and we will see if we will find where he is. So that way we could have a chat with him.
This military parade.
Yeah.
We just want to have a chat. In the morning, I would have actually been, like, telling Claire, all right, pack some stuff with me. We're going to go find Sammy. Like, that's our plan. Like, okay, we're get ready, because pretty soon we're going to go to find Sammy.
Okay.
Go back to where you guys were separated, and we'll try and find him.
Okay. Are you players like in contact with what's the other two people doing during this? The Heidi and Donovan.
I'd likely slip away the next day to try and check in with Harkin and Heidi.
Okay, so Heidi is at home, and
Yep.
do you? What's your plan? What are you doing?
Not much, just kind of taking care of Basil and
Yeah.
making sure everything's okay. I guess
Wait,
I'd
having a
like,
normal day?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so
I don't believe this.
Ziana
Resting
is kind of
because
like
I'm pretty sure I still had a minor injury.
Ziana was
so-
like, oh, I had told you earlier, like we were supposed to meet at the evacuation place in case there was some kind of emergency. But I go there, and lo and behold, you aren't there. And where was Basil this whole time?
Basil was safe. You know that I wouldn't let him be somewhere that I thought was not. I'm sorry. I had to help.
And of course she doesn't know about Thistle, so it's like, Help? What did you think you were going to help? You were just getting in people's way, probably.
You're right.
You're right.
I probably was. I will make sure that we meet you at the evacuation.
Now, I assume that your character is probably lying about, like, oh, okay, you're right, whatever, I'm just going to go along with it.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So she is going to do an insight on you. Because you know how it is where it's like, the mom is like you're probably lying or something. Let's see.
Uh-huh.
Where you can tell when the kid's like, okay, I agree to everything you say.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your deception?
My deception is... Oh, that's good. 9... 26.
God, woman.
Okay, so she's just too tired to argue with you now. She's just like, oh, okay. Like, well, fine then. As long as you agree with me, that's where I guess we're fine.
Mm-hmm. That's what I just said.
So the military is like in the forest, kind of looking for Harkin, asking, and unfortunately, it's like in the forest. It's difficult to tell. And Donovan flies out to speak with Harkin, and okay. What happens is we are okay. So let me just check on the times and everything. Okay. You are packing up, and then Donovan flies in, whoop, and lands.
Do you? Is that the sound effect you make, Donnie, when you land? Whoop! Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
So,
Is everything going okay?
so we're like grabbing a couple things, just some necessities and stuff, and I turn and say, "Oh, hi, Donnie. Yeah, we're just getting ready to go find Sammy, my brother."
Are you guys leaving like now, or?
I mean, he's already been missing for so long.
How far away is he supposed to be again? You said like a couple days travel, right?
A couple weeks.
Yeah. It's a.
But then again, it's also the other thing is I assumed when he left he was just walking, so it's like probably if you use like you can fly, so it'd be shorter than that, but and then his powers have developed as well, so it might be shorter.
Frick, I don't have a hero point anymore. Oh no, you said you gave me a hero point, didn't you?
Correct.
I am going to spend a hero point to say that my parents are going to be going to like some kind of like spa week or something in like a few days, and therefore they won't notice me being absent if I was to leave.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be like, let's hold off for a couple of days. I can actually come with you and help, because you were a big help back there. I don't want to leave you alone, and we can go see if Heidi wants to come too.
I mean, I appreciate that. I don't want to. You protect this town, this city. You do good stuff. You're a hero, man.
Yeah, and so are you. And you deserve to get helped out for that.
I don't want to be. I just want to have my family back together, and I don't want to be anywhere near this brood, and I don't want to deal with this laughing guy, whatever you're messing with the smiling specter fella. I don't know.
The whole smiling specter thing is a little complicated. Anyway, the
all right, deception.
Listen,
insight.
I don't know who you really are. Yeah, deception. Are you the smiling specter? Is he right?
He's right, but he's also very wrong. Let's see. Deception.
Yeah.
No, I just.
Okay. Okay. You have a better chance of getting your family together if you have help, and the town can be fine without me for a couple of days. I wasn't always here.
And I kind of look at Claire, like, what her vibe is on this.
She's just like, look, I'll trust your judgment on this, but I don't know. We could use the help.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's fine. I'm sorry, I'm not looking forward to what we might find, and I'm not liking what I found here, and I just wanted to disappear, and now everything's changing again. And I kind of ruffle Claire's head a little bit, and for the better, but still, this is a lot more complicated than I thought. And I'm not very excited to go back to Grimdock. Okay. Alright. If you want to help, I'll take it. Sure.
All right, I'll let Heidi know, and we can probably be moving in a couple of days.
Okay. Then I guess, well, I probably am fired now, but we'll wait here.
Okay, so you are going to contact Heidi.
Yes.
Okay. You hear outside a knock on the door.
Wait, who's you? Me? Heidi?
So you, as in Harkin, and Harkin,
hey.
and who is it? Donovan.
Oh, Donnie's still there. Okay, knock on the door. Mm-hmm. I look at Donnie like, is she here already?
I'd move over and open. I'd like lean and look out the window.
Okay. What you see is that there's a man with black hair, kind of greased back, and he has round sunglasses and a black suit. And standing behind him are some guys dressed out in kind of military garb.
As I'm heading to the door when he did this, like, thinking it's Heidi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Open the door?
Okay, open the door, and the door opens, and the guy at the front says, good morning to both of you. I go by the name of Drake. Actually, Drake.
Is Donnie not in his Livewire costume?
I'm trying to remember. Is Drake a singer?
Yes.
Okay.
Drake is.
All right. I am not going to use that name because I was like, it feels kind of familiar. I'm trying to think.
Just say his name is Draken. Just say I'm Draken, but please call me Mr. Josh.
Dr. Draken. Okay.
Draken.
So his full name is Draken Josh.
Where's she
Draken.
go?
Pleasure to make acquaintance of both of you. It was a little bit difficult finding you out here, and I don't want to be taking up too much of your time. But if you'd be willing to come with us, we're interested in having a discussion of sorts. And that I'll probably just stop the session right there.
Oh God! Every time.
No. You have to end on a cliffhanger. You have to.
Actually, it's funny because I have not intended to do like it on a cliffhanger. It was just the fact that it's like we always get to like this certain point as like I can't resolve this yet, so I always have to be leading up to it. It's very strange.
Gotta leave it on the cliffhanger now. Livewire and Harkin in the same room with the military people.
Yeah.
Great.
So anyway, thank you everyone for coming. This was for this episode of Disaster Squad. Thank you also to the players, Eric, the Codfish,
the Codfish.
and we have Marcos with Marcos Games.
Hey.
And Taylor.
Thank you.
Hi.
And she does stuff now. And I'll put her channel in the link in the description. Thanks everyone.
Siren Slytherin.
Yes. Siren Slytherin. And we'll be seeing you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.